Hello, gore whores and fellow deadites. I am Brendan,
I'm Sam.
and welcome to Our Life in Horror.
We're doing a movie review tonight.
We are doing a movie review.
Body Melt.
Body
I
Melt.
thought you were going to say it.
Yep, it's a movie.
And we are also joined by a guest. Should we do our announcement thing another time, or?
Yeah. I say do it every time until
we're doing another announcement. People send them in. Let me find it.
Hi guys, it's Sam. I just wanted to remind you all that we are doing a collab video and it is going to be for spooky season. So basically what we want is for you guys to send us a short clip, it can be around a minute long, of you telling us what your favorite Halloween movie is and why. You have until the end of August to do this. You can send it to ourlifeinhorror@hotmail.com. Please let me know if you end up sending one, because sometimes they end up in our spam folder, but we want everyone involved. You don't have to be a content creator to do this. You can do it from your phone for all I care. We just want to hear what everybody's festive movies are. Stay spooky.
Send us those clips.
Yeah.
Okay, we're bringing on our guest. He is a reoccurring guest now. He's a regular.
The regular.
We've got the Bitter Wolf.
Hello.
Hi.
Long time no see.
I know, it's been so long. I missed you both.
So we did something with you earlier this week. Do you want to tell everyone where they can find you again, talk about what you're working on, all your projects?
Yes, of course. So the realbitterwolf.com is my website, and that's where we have movie commentary. I write from the perspective of a lonely, isolated wolf who lives in the woods and loves horror movies. And then I have a guest writer, Jimmy O'Hara, who also writes about anything he wants with horror. And we are going to start doing YouTube as well. And so we're starting our video content next month. And what we're starting with is kind of an interview project where I will meet with different people in the horror community, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a filmmaker, an actor, a musician, a writer, or just a fan of horror in general. I want to talk to you and learn about why you like horror and what it means to you. So yeah, I've been conducting some interviews, and we should get those going on the channel next month. And you can also find me on X at The Bitter Wolf is my handle. So
Awesome.
That's it.
Awesome.
I'm excited for your YouTube channel and to see all these interviews.
Yeah.
We'll definitely
Yes.
have you on again when it launches so that you can talk about it some more.
Oh, thank you. And thank you. Our Life in Horror came on as well. So there'll be one of the 5 first videos that I put up. So I'm excited. We had a great conversation.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
You had really
that was
good
a good time.
questions.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's go to the comments here quick. Ryan Swayze,
What up,
welcome.
Ryan?
And the movie canon, hello. We're going on the movie canon. Is that next Sunday already? Not this Sunday, but next?
You got all the planning.
I know, Saturday or Sunday. We're going on to talk about Alien, Romulus.
Saturday.
Yeah, movie canon. Let us know. It's on my calendar upstairs.
Yeah, we know.
But we're going on to talk about horror and Romulus, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, did Romulus come out already?
Next Thursday.
Not yet. Thursday. Yeah, we're going.
Oh, jeez.
Next Saturday, August 17th. Thank you for clarifying.
Exciting.
Yeah. So we're doing Body Melt.
Body Melt.
We did Aussie horror movie poll on our Patreon, and yours was Body Melt. What did you pick?
The Tunnel.
The Tunnel.
Yep.
And mine was Charlie's Farm again, I think.
Yeah, you've really been wanting to watch that.
It never gets picked.
No.
But Body
I
Melt
say.
won. So I'll get into, had you seen this movie like before you picked it?
Yes, I had, but I saw it when I was very drunk the first time. And so I was like, now that I don't drink anymore, I want to watch it again. And it certainly was a different experience this time.
Yeah, I get that. I have a hard time retaining stuff. Okay, so I'll get into a quick synopsis here, the ratings and stuff, and then we will get into it. I have strong opinions about this movie, by the way, so I'm ready for this.
I'm excited. That's why I picked it, because I was like, I love Sam's strong opinions.
You might not love these ones. It has a 5.3 on IMDb and a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, those are made up. Two people have reviewed this movie, and they were
one of them's me.
Yeah, they were drunk, or they were on something else, and they were like, 100%.
Yeah.
This was the best fucking movie I've ever seen. Who the fuck is Steven Spielberg? That's what happened.
Yeah. Release date was October 28th, 1994. This movie felt a little older. A mad scientist's vitamin pill causes horrific side effects in its suburbanite consumers. Director is Philip Brophy. And there's a large cast. I'm not naming everyone. Google it. So this is going to be fun. Spoiler-free thoughts.
I'll take it away.
I'm curious. I'm very curious to know how your thoughts went from the first time you saw it until now.
So the first time I saw it, it made a lot more sense. And I think that's because I had a little bit of brain melt in addition to the body melt. So I think I was just like, I think I was very taken in by some of the absurdity of it. And at the time, I was working on my own writings, and a lot of it was influenced by more absurdist horror and things like that. And I had just watched Street Trash for the first time, and I thought that the two of them kind of had very similar things going on in their themes. So anyway, the first time, I think I gave it like 4 stars on Letterboxd or something. And this time I would probably stick it at a 3, just because the story, like the story is fairly all over the place.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, the story is all over the place is an understatement. I did not enjoy this movie. It's for only it's an hour 20, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Tended to drag. And I think that's just from the lack of focus with the storytelling. This movie could have been good. It could have been very good. I felt like there was a lot of Kohlbergian feels in there going on, which I was digging, and it missed the mark on all of that. And it really just didn't seem like it knew where it wanted. It seemed like it knew where it wanted to go, but it didn't know how to get there. Maybe. That's what I'm going to go with.
You were being way too nice. I fucking hated this movie.
You have to think this is somebody worked hard on it. It's not great, but they made a movie.
We did not see this in a theater. We saw this on the couch. I walked out of the theater when there was 10 minutes left and went and did laundry. I got up and I looked at Brendan and I was like, me finishing this movie is not going to hold any value to my discussion when we talk about it, because I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, the ending explained everything.
Yeah, right.
The last 10 minutes, yep, explained it all.
Yeah, whatever. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, I think I looked at you like 20 times, just like confused, just so confused.
Yeah.
And I think I read somewhere that this was supposed to be an anthology, or it was going to be. They should have done that, because it looks like it's trying to be, but yeah, I don't even know what this shit show was. It was. I didn't like it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I didn't like it. That's my spoiler-free thoughts.
I think it's fair.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for you to sway my opinion.
Oh well, I don't think that's gonna happen, but and I don't think I try to convince people to enjoy movies. I just talk about movies that I enjoy watching. So, yeah.
I know
That's-
that's true. If you hated a movie, I wouldn't be able to sit here and sway your opinion either, because everyone likes different shit, right? So
I bet I could.
whatever. Okay, we're getting into spoilers. Describe this movie in 3 words.
Okay, I wrote gooey,
Yeah.
bombastic, and satirical.
Okay.
Satirical.
What you got?
I got 3 sets of 3 words.
Oh,
I'll go with awful storytelling. Awful storytelling / structure.
okay.
Yeah.
Was that?
Well, I just put a dash because I wasn't sure what I wanted to.
I thought you had 3 sets of 3 words.
I do. The other ones are like, the other ones are really simple. They're like, not for me and what the fuck.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I went with the kind of the smartest of the answers that I came up with.
Okay. I put confusing because I was just confused. I put colorful. The movie was very colorful. Everyone's outfits and like, yeah, it was colorful and disturbing. It was just disturbing. I was
Okay.
disturbed by a certain group of people.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's true.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't have one actually. I didn't write one down.
I'm in the same boat.
I'm in the same boat. I put not applicable. Because I didn't know
Actually,
anyone's
I don't
name.
remember any of. Yes, exactly. I don't remember any of the characters' names, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah.
even looking at the IMDb cast sheet that I printed out, and I could not tell you who is who.
I recognize some of them, but that's about as far as that goes.
I do not. I couldn't even say like Pud. Pud's my favorite character. No, I don't have a favorite character.
No,
I don't even know what I watched.
That's the dad of the family.
Oh, absolutely
he
not
would
my
be a
favorite
favorite
character.
Actually, Pud is the only name I remember. I don't even know why.
Who's your least favorite?
I don't know. I don't think I cared enough about them to have a least favorite, to be honest with you. that's like, yeah. I would have to really dislike them. I mean, I kind of like the Doctor, because he was like towards the end. I liked him because he was very sinister and over the top evil. But I kind of wish that he had been like that the whole time. So anyway, probably the Doctor, since
Okay.
he's using all those people.
I'm just gonna say hello to Peyton. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Peyton.
Who's your least favorite character?
It's the Doctor as well. Dr. Carrier?
Okay.
Carrier? Yeah, he just ends up kind of like he's experimenting on a pregnant woman. Like, he's pretty dark. And like he gave the list of names to the I don't even know what the company's called. They just said, what's the V stand for? And then they said it stands for vitamin. Like, the V does not stand for vitamin. There's an actual something there, but he's the one that's giving all these people over to this company that are all located in one spot. And he's just almost the central villain of the story.
You caught on to a lot more of the story than I did, because I don't even know who the Doctor is.
He became real essential in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, he did. He was the one who was setting up all of the, like he was interviewing the pregnant woman and giving her tests and things like that. And then as soon as she left the room, he calls the other woman to talk about their con that they're doing. Oh, they're just using these people as tests for their, testing out their vitamin thing, whatever it is.
Okay.
And yeah, so as soon as she leaves the room, he's like, we need to increase her dosage or change her dosage or something. So then that's how you know he's in on it with the woman from the very first scene.
So that's what I missed at the end.
No, you were there for
That was
Oh,
that was like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, that was midway.
I think I zoned out in this movie so many times.
Yeah.
Peyton, I've never seen this. I don't mind the spoilers for this. It's on Tubi if you feel like watching it, but I don't think we're going to convince you to after this episode. My least favorite character is, I called them the mutant hillbilly family because I don't really know what they are. I hated the way they breathed. I hated the way they panted. I hated the way they talked. I hated the way they frolicked around. I could not stand them. They creeped me out. I hate all the toys they have on their property, all the teddy bears and the random crap. I'm like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what these people were doing. And I'm just
They're inbred.
it's just so
Well, I don't think you're supposed to like them necessarily. You know? And,
well, that's why they're my least
just-
favorite.
yes. Yeah, I think they are meant to make you very deeply uncomfortable, obviously. Just like all the things on their face. But it's also like at the very end, you learn that the dad was part of the original experiment with the doctor, and they were business partners. And the dad was like, us, because you were too scared to take the drug on yourself, and then we ended up like this. So it's kind of like they weren't exactly inbred in a way. They were kind of the result of this horrible experiment gone wrong.
Huh.
So it's yes, I think the Pud, I don't know how he got involved with all of this, but I think it's all about the exploitation factor as well in that situation.
Yeah, I thought they were inbred because when her name was Slab has sex with the one boy, or is about to, he says, I told you that we have to keep it in the family.
Yeah, that's
Right,
one of my
But
memorable
I think
lines.
I think part of the suggestion is that a lot of these things were enhanced after all the drugs stuff happened, and they turned them into kind of like exploding bodies. But in their case, it was a different experiment because it gave Pud enhanced hearing powers. So that's something you definitely missed, Sam.
Yes, I missed that.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
That's real?
Yeah, they say that in the very last scene.
Oh.
So did they take these vitamins and then start keeping it in the family because they're all deformed, or were they keeping it in the family a long time ago?
I think that plot line is very underdeveloped, so it's not very clear.
Oh my God.
It doesn't exactly fit. Well, it doesn't exactly fit, like Brendan said, until the last 10 minutes, and then it comes together. But it takes up a large portion of the movie for them to wait to explain any of it.
So I basically missed the most important part.
One of them, yeah.
To go do laundry.
Yeah. I appreciate you do your laundry though.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I forgot about it.
Score and best acting. I also put not applicable. I did not put anyone down for this.
Probably the doctor. He was my favorite one, just because he leaned into his evilness there at the end.
Okay.
I put the older detective, he was just the only one that I was like, that dude's doing all right. I was
All
like,
right.
not too over the top. He's not trying to oversell it. He's doing a good job, probably being a detective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Score and soundtrack.
I mean, not too bad. It was the guys who had the band together, and then they made this movie, and they did the score for this movie as well. But they were primarily musicians, and this is the only movie, the only feature film that they ever made. So I think it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote that
I mean, it's very
Oh, sorry. go ahead.
80s, 90s. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I thought it sounded a little bit like a video game at times.
Yeah.
I wrote that down. Kind of funky.
It's very, very 90s. I said, well, you can tell this is a 90s movie right off the bat, just from like the opening song. It's like it's like all that kind of like techno and stuff. It sounds like it reminded me of like the Matrix, like get those early trailers for the Matrix. This is kind of like that.
Sorry, I'm going on to our YouTube because I was talking to Ken from Sledgehammer earlier. about
Okay, sure.
the polls and stuff. I just want to see if I can access that. I'm not trying to text or anything while we're doing this. Oh, shh. Okay, I'll figure that out in a sec. Cinematography.
Well, there's several shots that I thought were memorable. I don't think the cinematography is anything to write home about, per se, because, like you said, you thought it was a much older movie, and I think that's partly because of how it looks, and also partly because it's a small budget. So that's just part of how that works. But yeah, I think there's a few shots that are pretty entertaining, but cinematography is not very good.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. And yeah, it does look older than the 90s, but that's all I got. I didn't write anything down.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough watch. There might be a couple shots here and there. I didn't write anything in specifics down. I was kind of too busy trying to focus on the story, which I didn't even do a good job with that, apparently. But you can tell it's an amateur, low budget. Like, I wonder what the budget even was for this movie, because I can't imagine it's too high. Like, it seems like it's just like a self-produced movie.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, it's they also have funding from the Australia Commission, so I don't know how much they had, but I remember seeing Australia Commission, and then a couple of different production names up there. One of which is called Dumb Films. So there you go.
The biggest hint was at the beginning of the movie, and I
The
missed
very
it.
first thing that appears on the screen.
I can't figure out how to do the polls and stuff on here, so we're not gonna do any. But yeah, that hey Big Rod, that Ken fella, he's all right. Yeah, Ken's awesome. I literally texted him asking him how he did polls on his live last night, and he's like, I'm calling you. I was like, okay. So I'm trying to figure it out right now, but I can't figure it out. So we might have to do a Zoom call. I'm going to watch it tonight. Is it on Tubi in the US? That
is a question for
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's on Tubi everywhere for everyone to enjoy. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on it, Peyton. You definitely have to message me and let me know.
Peyton, this movie's old. It's as old as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it came out the year you were born, Brenda?
Yes, it did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they started making it the year I was born.
Yep.
92.
Hey.
Favorite costumes and outfits?
I like the inbred families' costumes and outfits, and I like the joggers who are like always jogging around the neighborhoods, because they have those very 90s jogging outfits. So those were my favorites.
There were so many joggers. There was like a group of 3 ladies in the background just jogging, and they were all in matching outfits. And then there's that one man who's got his very tight spandex colorful jogging outfit.
Yeah.
So many joggers though in this movie, and like speed walkers.
Right.
Like, everyone's active.
That's part of the like making fun of the suburbia thing, because they put them in this fake suburbs, and then they are experimenting on them, but they're acting like they're living a real life, and so everything there is highly exaggerated and like I said, bombastic. So you see that in the costumes as well.
Bombastic. There was a lot of hideous outfits, like that pregnant girl, everything she was wearing. I was even her PJs. Her PJs looked like they had like doilies on the end. You know doilies? Those white things?
Yeah. No,
Oh, the guys with the muscle shirts and the sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
oh, I love the one
Those
guy.
guys. Actually, I was gonna change my mind about my favorite character, because I think it was one of those, the guy with the higher pitched voice.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna put him as my favorite as well.
He was like my secondary favorite character, just because his voice was just so not what you were expecting.
Yeah.
No, not at all. And they're really big guys too.
Yeah.
Peyton says how old exactly? It's from 93.
Yeah.
93, yeah. But it feels a little older. It feels more 80s, I thought, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that.
Davey, happy Friday, Sam and Brendan. What's shaking, Bitter Wolf? How's everyone in the chat? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And we were discussing body melt.
Body melt. And we're melting because it's hot down here.
Oh my god.
I've got my little fan. Did you have anything to add for costumes?
Oh god, no.
No?
Nope. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
I think it's so. This is way off topic. We're in a basement and it's still hot.
I'm trying to avoid the mic. I apologize.
Sam's got a little fan going.
It
I
is
guess I'm
it is
crazy.
disgusting down here. Okay, where did we leave off? Memorable lines, I guess.
Yep.
I only have one. Did you write some down?
I wrote one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isaiah.
Yes, I
Beowulf?
just have one. It's probably the same as one of yours, I would guess, but we'll see. You go first.
Okay. I just have how many times do I have to tell you? Keep it in the family.
That was mine. Yeah.
Okay. I might change mine to this might be like a line disliked. I don't know how to take this line. I don't know how to take it, but I was like, I heard it and I was like, I'm gonna write it down. I just don't know where to put it exactly. So I'm gonna put it as a disliked.
Okay.
Yeah, That's
fine.
my feelings. So I don't have any lines that I liked.
What's your disliked?
My disliked is let me tell you a great joke. Elton John.
Oh yeah, what
Oh.
was that?
Elton John's amazing.
Yeah, I was really confused by that too. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Well, and I think that because it wasn't that one of those two dudes who came to visit the inbred family who said
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think they're setting them up as the asshole teenagers that you want to see die anyway. So I think that's probably part of it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, it was just so left field. Like,
Yeah.
why Elton John?
Yeah.
Like, what did he do to anybody besides make incredibly amazing, beautiful music? God.
Oh my god. Did you have any more memorable lines or do you have any lines disliked?
No, actually, I was actually paying really close attention to the lines for that because I tend to like, whenever I'm watching them, forget to write them down, and I didn't write any down even though I was paying attention because it was like there just wasn't anything that stuck out to me. That's all.
Yeah, the only thing that stuck out to me was that keep it in the family. Lines disliked, I'm just gonna agree with you.
Yeah, okay.
What was your favorite kill? Now we're getting into something fun. What's your favorite kill?
Well, I have a few because, well, first of all, I love whenever the pregnant lady's belly is like flapping in the breeze and blowing out smoke or whatever it is, and the tentacles come out and grab. But I really do love the very first kill of the movie,
Yeah.
because it's like, whoa, okay, he's just finished chugging a bunch of, what is it?
Laundry detergent.
Oh, okay, yes, laundry
soap?
detergent.
Or-
Yes, and then
Was it laundry?
yeah, and I think it's like he's trying to negate the whatever it is. I don't know what he's doing.
I thought there was a chemical that he was looking for to counteract what he had been
Yeah.
injected with.
Exactly, that's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, and then he goes on the car chase, and then he flies out the window, and the tentacles come out. So I like the tentacles.
Yeah. This is the one thing that the movie had going for it was some of the body horror.
Oh yeah.
I put the boner explosion.
Of course.
So good. I know. It's such a Sam answer.
Yeah.
When the penis explodes. What about
That's like one of my favorite things with horror satire is that you could go there, because if you're doing satire about pharmaceuticals or satire especially about boner pills, then in any other movie you can't go to the extreme and make the penis explode, but in
Yeah.
horror you can, and you should. So I'm glad that they did, and that was definitely on my list as well. It's one of the best parts.
Yeah. Have you seen Mortuary Collection?
Yes. Oh yeah.
There's a good penis
Yeah, I know what you're
explosion in that
talking about.
too.
Who's penis?
Jacob Elordi.
exploded in this?
Jacob Elordi, yeah.
No, in this movie.
In this movie, one
Yeah.
of the guys that's sitting in bed and
A bodybuilder.
the bodybuilder, yeah.
Oh,
His dick just explodes.
He's
Yeah.
he's watching porn and he gets a big boner and then it just explodes.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
There was also I also liked the girl whose tongue got really big and then she choked on it.
I love that part. Yeah.
Who was that? Was that the mom?
I don't even know who it was. All these
No,
people were just dying.
I think it was one of the people who worked at the institute. Yeah, pretty much everyone dies in this movie. But yeah, that was on my list too. The big ass tongue that she chokes on when it comes out of her mouth. Yeah, that's funny. I like that.
What about you?
I liked the opening kill for sure. I
Yeah.
thought that just threw me for a loop because I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna get into something really cool here. And I really liked the neighbor who had like his face kind of like his jaw and stuff kind of removed. I thought that was
I forgot about that actually. That's good.
Yeah, I thought those were really cool kind of kill, and then he goes and rips the doctor's ears off, and then dies somehow. It's off screen. I don't know how he dies, but
Right. Yeah, I like the ear ripping. Yes, exactly.
What is this movie? That is the
That's right.
question. I'm
Good
still
question,
asking. I'm still asking that question.
it's an experience.
What's your least favorite kill? Don't look at my sheet.
I wasn't. I was just on time.
I don't like off-screen kills. I think we talked about that when we had our interview the other day with Evil Dead Rise. So I don't like off-screen kills. So if that was an off-screen kill, that's my least favorite.
Okay.
I don't really have a least favorite in this movie.
I went with the kangaroo.
Oh,
yeah.
where they throw the fucking rock at it from like I don't know how far away, and it just like bloop.
Is it a rock? I don't think that's a rock because it's
What?
like a special weapon that they had. They showed it to him at some point, and then they're like, "Let's go run out there." Yeah, because otherwise that would have been like a super tiny rock.
What is it then? I don't
I
understand.
don't know.
What
I don't know what it was either.
is it like an Australian kangaroo? Trying to think of something funny.
Maybe.
Kangaroo repellent. I don't know.
I just don't like when the animals die. So and I've seen way too many animals die this week in movies.
It was so like comedic though. Like this is this is just like a statue. Like it's
Right.
what
It's
is-
so fake. Yeah.
yeah. Like what is it even? It's stop motion is what it is, and then like they throw this thing at it that looks like a rock, in my opinion, and it just like I don't even know if you see the thing hit it, but it just topples over
Falls
all
over.
of this. Yeah, it's just
In
out
a
of
very like
robotic
rigid
way.
Yeah. And then they go over there and they kill it and they cut out its adrenal glands and they eat the adrenal glands. Remember that? It's
Yeah,
so weird. And then it like gets them all jacked up and they go running around.
yeah. Like what even is the adrenal gland? Is that like where the adrenaline is all pumped out?
I think that was the connection that they were going for. I don't know exactly what it does, but I'm gonna look it
Yeah,
up.
okay.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
I actually like Australian horror movies. They do that a lot with kangaroos. I've noticed like almost every Aussie horror movie that I've watched or rewatched this year, it seemed like there was a explicit kangaroo death, like Wolf Creek 2, where Mick is hitting them all on the road with his semi
yeah, I
truck.
forgot about that.
Yeah, then Sissy. Oh, I don't know. I don't. Think
I haven't
you've
seen
that.
Sissy
haven't
yet.
seen Sissy
No,
yet.
Okay.
I want
Anyway.
to.
Yeah, so there's just like it seems like that's a thing. So
They gotta-
maybe it's common in Australia to hit kangaroos on the road.
I think it's just a trademark Aussie thing. It's like
Yeah.
if we're gonna let them know that this is an Aussie movie, we gotta have
Put
a
a
kangaroo
kangaroo in
death
it.
in there.
Ryan, random question: has Sam ever seen The Thing? No. I think I watched. Did I watch the remake with you?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it. Those movies aren't my thing. Haha. See what I did there? Yeah, they're just not my area.
Jesus.
I'm tired. No, I'm not into like alien movies, which I'm getting really nervous to go see Alien this week.
think you'd like The Thing.
The Thing.
Wait, you still are waiting to watch the original Alien, right?
Yeah, we're movie canon, love The Thing. Yeah, see,
It's fantastic.
we're doing an episode this coming Wednesday live on the original Alien with our friends Mark and Aubrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be my first time watch, so I'm nervous because I put off movies that I think I'm not going to like, and I have a bad feeling, but we'll see.
Yeah, I've been trying to get you to watch this movie for years.
I know, and I'm just not into aliens, so the title is Alien.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go see Romulus on Thursday, which I'm actually excited because I love the director and the trailer looks like it goes hard. So I have my fingers crossed. But if I don't like Romulus, I'm never watching another space movie again because I think it's a game over after that. I think I have to stop crying.
It's like when you like get to like the sequels and stuff. Like there's sequels that I could see you enjoying. Like I think you would like Resurrection.
Why? Tell me why.
Because it's more of a slasher,
Okay.
but just with aliens.
Okay. Keep in mind, I did not like Event Horizon. We're going on a major tangent here.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
guys.
That's okay.
That's super different. That's like still like more super sci-fi. Like I'd say Alien Resurrection is not as bad as Jason X. Like it doesn't go that level of campiness.
I didn't mind Jason X.
But it's still kind of in that camp area.
Yeah, I didn't mind Jason X. I liked, what's that movie? Extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Okay. I like a couple space movies, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
you really liked Extraterrestrial.
All right.
But you like Jason X because it has Jason in it, or it's a slasher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, yeah.
And like you'd like AVP Requiem for sure.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't know what that
Alien,
means.
it's alien,
Alien versus Predator.
yeah, it's Aliens versus Predator.
I haven't
Requiem.
even seen a Predator movie, though.
You watched The Predator, some of it.
Did I?
Yeah, and you loved it. You were like watching it, and you were like, "Oh my god, this group of misfit bandits is so funny."
I don't think
And
I
I'm like,
watched
this
it.
movie
I
is-
don't think I've seen that, guys.
I'm like, this movie is fucking awful, but like I can understand where you're coming from.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, you liked it.
I also loved Event Horizon. A lot of people do. I think if you're a fan of sci-fi, you'll like it. If you're a fan of Hellraiser, you'll like it. It's very...
And if you're a fan of Sam Neill, like I just love everything that Sam Neill is in. So it's a bias maybe.
Yeah. He's got a good group of actors in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Where'd we leave off, guys?
We're on.
Oh, we were talking
Least-
about the kills, right?
Yeah, least
Yeah.
favorite kills because we got onto
Oh,
the
yeah.
kangaroos.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Gore factor and special effects.
Entertaining, yeah. I think there could be more gore. Like, I don't know. I think it just feels so stagey or theatrical that the gore doesn't feel real in a way. It's like just very, like I said, bombastic is a great word for that. But I enjoyed what we saw. It just sometimes it doesn't feel like an actual body exploding or something. And I do wish about this. I wish we saw the penis explode rather than just seeing the guts, the penis guts on the screen.
Yeah.
But that's just being picky. I prefer to see the penis.
Show us the penis.
Show us
I always prefer to see the penis. Oh God. Okay.
Oh man.
Hey, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Sorry, we're talking
Actually-
about penis.
There's two penises in this movie. Do you remember the other one?
The autopsy.
Yes, exactly.
Is that at the end?
No.
Oh. I was in La La Land.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna write that down. I looked over at you, and I'm like, I bet you she's just writing down wiener.
Oh no, I remember the autopsy now. Yeah, Wiener, because he looked just like a mannequin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember. I was too focused on the mannequin, like looking at the. That it looked
It's like the
mannequin.
torso looked like that because that's
Yeah.
like where they had him split open, and then the bottom half it looked like a real person. The bottom half. So yeah, they had a penis double for the mannequin.
I walked in on. I always want to see the penis. Sorry.
Amazing.
Okay. What did you think of Gore Factor's special effects?
I actually thought they were pretty good for a low budget movie like this, and probably something like that is probably hard to come by, finding somebody willing to be able to do it. But I thought it was pretty good. I actually really liked the reverse shots, like at the car accident thing. Yeah, the tentacles come out, like that's a reverse shot. So like they were actually out and then they pulled them in. I thought that was a pretty well executed shot. I thought all like the boils and the big like stuff like that on the inbred family looked pretty good. It's not like I noticed any sides of the makeup coming off or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought like I thought it was good. I thought it was like Evil Dead 1 good for like special effects. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually was like, yeah, this is probably the best part of the movie for me.
Yeah, me too. This is the one area where I'm going to be a positive Patricia. A positive Patricia, does that work? I like the special effects of this movie. They were fun and goofy, and just the body horror was gross. Like when she was like pulling the guy's ribs out, it was gross too.
Oh yeah, like that's kind of the cool part of it, because like she's massaging him in a sexual way,
Yeah.
and then as it's happening, his rib slowly
Pull
starts
the
coming
rib out. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
part
But
was-
why? I don't understand the ribs though. What was going on with the ribs?
I don't understand anything.
That was such a weird sequence because it's a hallucination.
Yeah.
But you don't know the backstory as to why. I thought it was gonna be somebody that he like hit with his car, or somebody he assaulted in high school, or there's gonna be some kind of backstory for this, and there was nada.
Yeah.
There was
Right.
nothing. Like maybe it was
Yeah,
a serial killer that he caught who was a woman and she stole ribs, and he was going to be the next victim, but he stopped her, and now he's having second dreams. But then why wouldn't he freak out when he first sees her at the airport?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me some substance here.
right, right. It was confusing, yeah, and I don't think I ever figured out who she was meant to be. Although maybe because those drugs have or those vitamins have a hallucinatory effect, that's stage 1 of body melt. Maybe he was in an advanced stage of it and he's stuck there, you know, like how there's some zombie movies about people who get bit but they have a special gene and they can't turn. Maybe it's something like that. He's stuck at phase 1 of body melt and he's hallucinating this person for some reason. But I also could just really be reading into that.
I don't think the people writing this movie thought that far into this.
Storyline and pacing.
Woo! The subject of the hour.
I wrote, what the fuck is going on? So that's
Right.
it. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the pacing's weird, and I think the pacing's probably a result of what you said. I didn't know that about the anthology thing, so maybe that explains it. But it's really poor pacing because the first part you have it's a really exciting opening sequence, right, with the car crash and everything, and then they immediately go into the inbred family, and it's like that's like half the movie, which is about 30 minutes too much of that sequence, I think. So there's so I think it's just a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. The story for this is very big problem. This you can see all the layering, or all like you can see the bones for an anthology. So like you have the opening, which is going to be, and like the opening to the death, and that's like your wraparound story. And then what you could have done was you could have cut to like just like even just the last name of the family, of one of the families, and then you could have followed that family for a while until that story ends, and then you could have another little bit of the follow through story, with the woman and the doctor, then you could plead to the next little person on this street, because it follows 4 families roughly. It follows the 2 douchebag kids, the 1 single neighbor, the family, and the husband and the wife who is pregnant. So 4 people. The standard anthology going on here, and then you have the wraparound with the V company. I don't even know what the fuck they're called, but what
I think that's it. V Company. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's just what I'm gonna go with. V Pharmaceuticals. And then you have this story with these teenagers who they go to this inbred family resort, and like, what are the fucking chances that they just so happen to be at this place where the guy was a business partner with the other guy, and that ties in somehow.
I'm sorry, this was a resort.
Yeah, I said resort. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm just. It's weird that it's
like a compound, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a breakfast.
That's a better word.
It's a restaurant. It's a mechanic. Like, what are they getting put on their fucking car window? And why do they need it so badly? If this is dumb character decision and dumb character writing. If I saw that and was like, no, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, and the one dude sleeps with her.
Yeah, which is beyond me.
Hi,
Oh
Judy.
yeah.
Judy's.
Oh yeah. Sorry, she
appearance.
was whining at me. So,
Hi.
okay.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all there. It's just not executed well at all, and it just makes the story drag. It makes it make not like 0 sense. It's frustrating to watch, because if you're saying that this thing gives them super hearing at one point in the movie, you have to wait all the way to the end to jump back
right
2/3 of the movie in order to find out the ending for that story. It's just, it's a frustrating movie to watch.
Yeah, if someone asked me on the street, like, oh, what's Body Melt about? I would be like, a bunch of hillbillies panting and running around doing stupid shit, and a penis explodes. And that's all I would say. Like, that's all I can say. Some body horror is mixed in there, and hillbillies panting.
Yeah, like why did the at the beginning that the couple that was having sex, why did that guy want to expose what his partner was doing? What was his motivation to
the girl that gave a blowy in the beginning?
Sure. Yeah.
In that like glowy room?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
the movie started strong. We got some boobs and a blowjob, and everything went downhill.
Like, what was his motivation to sell his wife out? Like, I don't understand. Like, is he like?
Is that his wife?
Well, it was his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
For sure, they said that is the.
She could have been a lady of the night.
No, the doctor says like your romantic interest or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But wasn't she using him for something? Like, I thought that they were using him for an experiment too, and she was like, not really, But it's not very clear, I will say.
Yeah, like I think they just wanted to pump him up full of that stuff, like the max or whatever, and see how long he lasts. I don't know.
Right.
I honestly have no idea.
Is he the guy that died in the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I have to watch this again to figure it all out, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the storyline and pacing, guys. What's your favorite scenes? We've talked about some, but
yeah, I like the ripping off of the ears, the tongue thing. I like that ending sequence there where they finally let loose on the action. So that's my favorite scene.
yeah,
And the opening scene.
I basically named my favorite scenes when I named the kills and gore, or body horror.
Yeah, I can't say there's particularly anything that I'm like, I really want to go back and see that again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but I did. I made my own category here because I had favorite scenes and least favorite scenes, and so I made a category that just scenes because I didn't have enough to put under favorite. So just scenes. They're just scenes.
I'm just listing scenes.
Just listing scenes that I wanted to point out. when the one guy goes into this hillbilly's house and there's all these toys and he goes to sit down and is that a woman sitting there watching porn and she's just sitting there in the chair just
Yeah.
as the porn's just going down and I'm just like, what the fuck?
But Sam, that to me that seems like, because you're a big Rob Zombie fan, that seems like something he would put right in one of his movies. You know?
At least Rob Zombie's got a storyline.
I will give Rob Zombie that.
So there's that. What else? Oh no, that's it. We've already talked about the rest. Just the lady sitting in the chair watching porn. That was wild. Least favorite scenes?
Just like when they're just sitting around jabbering and it's like because it's called body melt, so I just want to see bodies melt. That's like the main purpose. So yeah, which is a lot of the movie.
Yeah. If there was not body horror going on, then it was my least favorite scene. So everything outside of the body horror.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay.
I hate ripping on movies so much.
You know what? I try to find the good in everything. I found the good in this one, and I'm moving on.
Yeah.
You're the one. I used to say I hated ripping on movies, and you would be like, "Oh, I don't fucking care."
I never said no such thing.
Yes, you did.
Never. No. Not
Peyton
me.
says wild movie sounds like, yep, watch it tonight, please, and let me know what you think. It's an hour and 20.
It'll go real quick.
Yeah. The killer. I guess that would be the people with the drugs, the vitamins.
The killer is the vitamin itself.
Yeah. No
good
thoughts.
killer. The vitamin is a good killer. I mean, it fucks them up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting idea, and I like the idea of them putting it in like a Gatorade packet, and nobody would second guess it. They'd be like, "Oh, free sample of fucking Gatorade. Let's make a drink of it and try it out." Like nobody would second guess that. It's like packaged well. It looks legit. Nobody would think twice. So it's smart.
I have no thoughts on the killer.
I did think the one powder drink that was green was a little too green. You know, it looked like it was like the injection from fucking
Reanimator.
Reanimator, yeah. I'm like, ew, I don't think I would drink that, buddy. That looks radioactive.
Reanimator was the last movie we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
such funny.
That's good.
I still gotta watch the sequel. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Won't have to suffer for long. That's good. That's what I thought.
It'll feel like 2 hours.
Okay, scary rating out of 10.
Well, it's not scary, so there you go.
I'm gonna give it a 2 just for the hillbilly grossness, disturbingness.
I'll give it a 1 for the uncomfortable hillbillies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was even like, this is making me itch. You know?
Itch.
They just remind me of people who I grew up with, like because I was raised in like a really country place, you know, and so it just reminded me of a lot of those people out there. So maybe I'm just used to that. I don't know.
Rewatchability, and would you recommend?
I would recommend to people who I know enjoy gore and practical effects and things like that, but probably not anybody else.
Yeah. Rewatchability for me is a big fat nope. And I also made a note that said I'd rather watch The Greasy Strangler. And then would I recommend? I said maybe if someone is going to do some shrooms and wants to watch it, but other than that,
I won't do that.
you won't do that?
No.
What about you?
I would maybe rewatch sequences of this movie and that would be primarily the body melts.
You want to see the penis explode again, don't you?
No, I like the other practical effects more than that because they just cut from it. I would watch the introduction of that big muscular blonde guy again though with the super high voice. That actually like legit made me laugh out loud. So I think maybe like no, I wouldn't rewatch this. What I recommend, I probably wouldn't recommend this to you. Unless it's something after listening to this discussion and you still want to check it out.
Peyton.
By all means, Peyton, have fun. Yeah. You might be the only person watching it after this. But yeah.
Okay. Now, final movie rating as a whole. Let me get our emojis up here. This is how we rate our movies. What would you rate this movie? You can start.
Oh, I would do okay.
Mm-hmm.
My turn. I'm gonna go with a high poop. It's getting that because I think that there is an interesting idea there, but they didn't hit it. I love the I got really big Cronenberg feels from this movie at the beginning, but it just actually throughout it just fails to live up to any of that hype. And the storyline is just awful. The only reason it gets half a point from me is because of the effects.
That's exactly my rating and exactly why. I'm giving it a high poop as well. It's a 1.5 for me, and it's getting that 0.5 because of the effects, the body horror, and all that fun stuff. Besides that, I cannot go any higher. I've got some fun facts. Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
Hit us with those vitamin fun facts.
The filmmakers initially wanted to make an anthology. Oh, I said this already, an anthology movie, but were unable to secure financing for it. Shot in 1992 and finished in 1993. We've already discussed that as well. This is fun. This film is considered an Ozploitation, Australian exploitation picture.
What?
Ozploitation.
Ozploitation. I like that. I like that term that you used. Absurdist. I wrote it
Absurdist?
down. Yes, I like that. Absurdist film. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I think absurd things tend to lend themselves to satire the best. And since their target was like pharmaceutical testing, yeah, definitely an absurdist take on that.
Shot over the course of 30 days. Body Melt was released on DVD with a new print by Umbrella Entertainment in August 2006. The DVD is compatible with all region codes and includes special features such as the original theatrical trailer, Umbrella Entertainment trailers, a behind-the-scenes feature with cast and crew, and a storyboard gallery. I would love to see this storyboard. On September 25th, 2018, the film was released on DVD and Blu-ray by Vinegar Syndrome. This movie has over 400 shots in it. And the skateboarding sequence was filmed on a rainy day. We forgot about that skateboarding sequence. That was random.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of the kid from Cabin Fever that just randomly does karate and yells pancakes. But we got a kid on a skateboard this time.
Right.
I like how he dies. He just goes straight up and then just lands on his face, and then he's never remembered for the rest of the movie.
I know. I thought we were gonna get to see his body mangled or something.
No, when they leave, they're not even like, "Oh, you got to go get Timmy" or nothing. They just fucking the mom and daughter just fucking bolt out of there, and that was it.
Peyton, I'm not ready for this movie. No way it's worse than the Elm Street remake. Oh, you know what's funny about that? That is a movie I want to do a live on in the near future.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't look at me like I wouldn't do it.
We just have to find someone that wants to do it with us, but I didn't mind that movie, so that's going to be a fun one to do. It's such a hated movie, and I actually don't hate it, so I'm excited to do that in the future. those are my fun facts.
Well, those were fun. I can't
Nice.
believe Vinegar Syndrome picked it up.
I know, that's why I threw it in there, because I thought you would be impressed by that.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us again.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I had a fun fact about Australian horror. So Wolf Creek
Mm-hmm.
is like one of my favorites, right? And that's been one of my favorites since it came out. But in 2019, I went to Vietnam and I was training to become a teacher. And my teacher trainer, the guy who was training us, was from Australia. And he was an older man from Australia. And he said, he always told like crazy stories, and so you felt he's a big bullshitter, you know. And so he was like, yeah, when I was in Australia, I was a big time detective and I caught one of the worst serial killers in history. Yeah, no big deal, you know. And then I had to flee Australia. I was like, whatever, man. And so anyway, I researched this later after the program had ended, and it was true. So he is the guy who apprehended one of the serial killers that Mick Taylor is based on.
Wow.
And so the way he did it, because he was preying on tourists, like backpackers, you know, and the way that he did it was he planted evidence at a crime scene. And so then he was able to get a warrant and arrest the guy. The guy was guilty of the serial killer, but he had to flee the country because he committed a crime of planting evidence.
Oh,
So that guy was my teacher.
that's wild.
Vietnam.
That is wild.
That's cool.
I
was
remember watching Wolf Creek. Like, I must have been in high school. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I still remember the intro of them talking about all the people that go missing when they go to Australia. That was ingrained in my brain, and I was so scared to go to Australia. I would like to go one day, but back then I was like, I'm never going there. Maybe scared the shit out of me back then.
I remember renting that at the Dino Video in Port Dover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I actually like the second Wolf Creek. I just don't remember it too well because it's been a bit.
That's where you get to go and mix layer.
Yeah, and you get to see his character more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Have you watched the show?
Yeah, the show is even better, I think. It's like it's really good. The characterization is stronger with the non-Mick characters, but you also learn more about Mick and his backstory and why he got to be as crazy as he is. So I think it's great. Yeah.
Is the show like gory and stuff, or?
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like, yes, it's great. It's awesome. I can't remember who produced it. They had one season on Shudder for a while. I don't know if it's still on there, but I found them on. I can't remember, but I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I've got a app thing that they'll probably be on. But yeah, I gotta watch that. That's awesome.
I think it's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to get you on again in a bit, and we'll do another poll or something. And my movie won't get picked, but that's okay.
No, we said we were gonna watch it. I can't. Well, we'll talk about that later too.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Let everyone know again where they can find you.
Yes, realbitterwolf.com, where we do movie commentaries, me and guest writers, and then on X at The Bitter Wolf, and soon on YouTube when we'll be releasing our interviews with different people. So I'm excited about that. We'll have one really great, exciting interview, but I don't want to spoil that just yet.
Yeah. Okay. And we are going to do our live on the original Alien on Wednesday night.
Yep. With
Mark and Aubrey. Do we have anything before that?
I don't think so.
I might schedule us in for a little horror hangout live.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, thanks for everyone that chatted along with us in the chat.
Thank you.
Stay spooky, guys.
Bye-bye.